Every other courthouse is the same way. I'm talking about the Bronx Supreme Courthouse. That's how they get down. And I could talk about the Bronx all day, every day. It's always some shit. I didn't even pull out the file. I didn't even pull out the case file. I'm just talking because I'm like, yo, like how it's just so connected. Everybody knows what happens. The police knows what happens. Nobody will touch the case. Nobody will help you with the case. No attorney will help me with the case. It's like they're all in on it. Everybody is in on it. And it's like, who can I go to? Even the FBI could be a part of this shit because it's like, how can nobody know what the hell is going on? It's like, I'm not in the federal government. I'm not an officer. I'm a regular person. And how can nobody have done anything all of these years? No one has done anything because they have people in places of business so that they won't do anything. They can't do anything. They won't let anyone get involved with the courthouse. I'm just like, wow. That's how they've been doing this shit for so long. That's a RICO crime. That's a crime. They had RICO crimes in the 1970s, but it's still going. We in 2025 and they still have organized crime. It's like the Bronx is so outdated. It's like it's just old school. Everything is old. Nothing is up to date. Nothing is modern. Everything is whatever. I'm glad to be alive. I'm glad to not be a part of the courthouse. And I'm just like, these are logical questions that you have to ask yourself if you're an officer. Ask yourself, why is it all these years from the 70s, we're in 2020, nobody decided to get their hands on the courthouse and find out what the fuck is going on in the courthouse? Nobody. So who in the feds is working with the courthouse? Who is not letting anyone investigate the courthouse? Someone is in it. Someone is in on it. That's why nothing gets done. So it's like the police in on everybody is in on it. And you can't even speak to everyone because everyone is a part of it. So it's like who you want to talk to? Who can I talk to? Who can I tell that's not a part of it? Because they're all a part of it. They're all gonna lie. No, oh my God. What? That happened? Oh my God. They talk like they never heard. I'm like, you people just, I don't know. But it's like logically, like you really think about this shit. How come RICO crimes was in the 1970s? That's when all the drugs was jumping. Everybody was pushing coke, was pushing drugs. And it was an organized crime. It was offices. It was places of businesses that were smuggling the drugs. This office, this is the government office, so you think they wouldn't be like this, but the people in the office are criminals or they're related to criminals. That's how they get their job. They're not qualified to have that job or that position. They're there because of who they know. Who do they know? They know criminals. So that's why the courthouse is full of criminals. Nobody paid attention to that. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. There's been so many years of the same shit and nobody noticed. Somebody in the feds is in on it and is covering for them so that the information doesn't get out. Because how can this be that nobody noticed? Nobody decided to ever investigate the courthouse? No one in the FBI? No one? No one. Yeah. Somebody's in on it. Somebody's in on it. Y'all just, nobody does their job. Nobody does their job. I'm just like, yo, how can nobody think of this shit? How can you not think about it? Okay, it's fine. The court cases, the judges, everyone is in on it. You don't, criminal court. They put innocent people in jail. Innocent people in jail. They set them up to get killed. It's normal for somebody to get attacked in jail. That's normal behaviors. And it's crazy that no one thinks about it. Like, that's your job, to investigate crimes that are like unbelievable. Like shit that happens. Like you don't want to look into the courthouse. Like you don't want to look into that because they're in on it. That's why nobody looked it up. The NYPD is in on it. The lawyers are in on it. Everybody's in on it. It's like an unspoken rule. That's why no attorney will help me with the case. No attorney will take the case because they already know they can't. They don't want to go against the courthouse because it's a system. It's a huge system, and it is corrupt, and nobody wants to go against the courthouse. But I'm suing the fucking courthouse, and I will have justice. And they are stealing money, unclaimed funds. It's all a part of it. When you go to surrogate's court and your family members in the Bronx, they left property, they left you something. Yeah, the courthouse takes it. My cousin is a Bronx resident, Bronx, from the Bronx. Porter is aunt, or my aunt. That's his mom. You know, she won that case. It was in the newspapers. It was in the newspapers that they won. He won a case, $2.5 million lead poisoning case, and he won. Where's the case? Now he wants to go and claim his money. Where's the money? Who got the money? Somebody took the money. Where's the case? The case is not existent because I was looking for the case. What happened to the case? It's an actual case. He won. He was in the newspaper. It was a big fucking deal. What happened to the file? What happened to the case? It's gone. Nobody has it. And I was looking for the case. I was looking for the case so that I could give it to him. And I wanted to give it to him so that he could claim his money, and the case was non-existent. It didn't exist. Somebody took the money. $2.5 million. Who would do it? Somebody in the courthouse. That's who. Or a family member that, wanted the money. Whatever. I just need someone with power, somebody that cares, somebody that actually wants to do something. And vote. Go out and vote today because your vote does matter. If you think it doesn't matter, it does. Your vote means everything. You just don't know it, but it means everything. Always live a life. Bye.